Hi everyone. Today I am giving you explanation about the topic anatomy of eyelids. There are the different layers of eyelids, but the five main layers of eyelids are: first one is skin and subcutaneous tissue, second one is orbicularis oculi, the third one is tarsal plate, fourth one is levator apparatus, and the fifth one is conjunctiva. So let's discuss one by one. First is skin and subcutaneous tissue. Now this layer is the skin and it consists of its three different parts, divisions: epidermis, dermis, and the last one is subcutaneous tissue. Okay, this layer forms most superficial layer of the eyelid. Now this layer is the uppermost layer of the eyelid. It is the most thinnest layer in the human body. This layer is very thinnest among the whole human body. There is a loose connective tissue in this layer but no subcutaneous fat. This layer is made up of loose connective tissue, but there is no subcutaneous fat. But when we talk about the other body parts, then these contain subcutaneous fat, but in case of the eyelids, there is no any subcutaneous fat. Eyelashes are hereby attached with modified sweat glands. Eyelashes are present which are attached by modified sweat glands. The two types of sweat glands are the ciliary glands of moles and the glands of Zeiss. Let's go through once. This is the lower eyelid and this area get enlarged here. Now this is the eyelash particle and it consists of the sweat glands. This is the glands of Zeiss and this is the glands of mole. Both the sweat glands are surrounded by eyelash. This is the location of these glands. Okay, surround the eyelash. Now the second one is orbicularis oculi. This is the orbicularis oculi, which is the second layer of the eyelid. The orbicularis oculi is a muscle of protection. This is known as muscle of protection because it works for protection. It is divided into three distinct parts. First one is palpebral part, second one is lacrimal part, and the third one is orbital part. The first is lacrimal part. First one is palpebral part. This is a palpebral part. Its function is to gently close the eyelid. Okay. The second one is lacrimal part. The function of the lacrimal part is drainage of tears. It get involved in the drainage of tears. Now the third one is orbital part. This is the orbital part which consists of orbit. Now its function is to tightly close the eyelid. Let's move to the third layer, that is tarsal plates. Now there are the two tarsal plates. First one is superior tarsus, which is the upper eyelid, and the second one is inferior tarsus, which is the lower eyelid. Now this is the skin, which means it is the first layer. Okay, after first layer there is orbicularis oculi, which is present, and the third one is the tarsal plate. Now each eye consists of two tarsal plate, upper tarsal plate as well as lower tarsal plate. This is the lower tarsal plate. Okay. It is composed of dense connective tissue. This layer is made up of dense connective tissue. In tarsal plate lying the meibomian gland, also known as tarsal gland. Inside the tarsal plate there are the meibomian glands, but due to these are present in the tarsal plate, that is why they are known as tarsal glands. Okay. There is a special sebaceous glands that secrete oily substance into the eye to slow down evaporation of the tear film. Special sebaceous glands are present in this layer which secrete oily substance into the eye to slow down evaporation of the tear film. Okay, oily substance also prevent the sticking of the eyelids together when they closed. Now when we blink our eyes every day, every time, then this oily substance helps in preventing of sticking of eyelids together when these get closed. Let's move further. Now next type is levator apparatus. The levator apparatus consists of two parts. First is levator palpebrae superioris and the second one is superior tarsal muscle. Now this is the levator palpebrae superioris. Okay, and this one is the superior tarsal plate. Okay, this is the levator apparatus. Now both of them act to open the eyelid. The levator palpebrae superioris as well as the superior tarsal muscle act to open the eyelid. They are only present in the upper eyelid because only upper eyelid have to open. That is why these both the parts are present in the upper eyelid. The function of the levator palpebrae superioris is to open the eyelid. Now the function of this muscle is to open the eyelid. Next, the function of superior tarsal muscle is to assist the levator palpebrae superioris in opening the eyelid. The function of this muscle is to assist this for opening the eyelid. Okay. Now let's move to the next and the last type, that is conjunctiva. The palpebral conjunctiva form the deepest layer of the eyelid. Now the palpebral conjunctiva present almost here when we open our eyes. This is the internal part where the palpebral conjunctiva is present. Okay. It is a thin mucous membrane. Now it consists of a thin mucous membrane which is reflected onto the sclera of the eyeball. It lines the sclera as well as eyelid. Its location is that it inner lines the sclera. Sclera is that whitish part, and the eyelids, both the eyelids are innerly lined by the conjunctiva. Okay.